Everybody wants the next big thing in investing. The problem is, the next big thing can either rocket your portfolio to the moon or blow a crater in it big enough to park a Tesla. Tech investing is a lot like buying concert tickets. You want to be in the right place at the right time. Get it right, and you're front row at Beyoncé. Get it wrong, and you're stuck at a Nickelback reunion tour, wishing you had read the fine print. So let's talk about 3 tech trends that could shape the future of money and markets: artificial intelligence, green energy, and biotech. Each one has trillion-dollar potential, but each one comes with landmines that can blow up an investor's hopes faster than you can say .com bubble. Artificial intelligence is the loudest buzzword right now. AI is everywhere, writing your emails, editing TikToks, maybe even writing scripts for YouTube channel like this one. The hype is deafening. Companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, and Google are minting money by building the tools and infrastructure that power AI. The numbers look impressive. Nvidia, for example, has gone from making chips for gamers to making chips for data centers that fuel ChatGPT, image recognition, and driverless cars. Their stock price reflects that pivot, skyrocketing in a way that makes early investors look like clairvoyants. But here's the sobering reality. We've been here before. In the late 1990s, the internet was the shiny new toy. Investors piled into companies with no profits, sometimes no products, just a website and a catchy name. Pets.com raised hundreds of millions to sell dog food online. Great idea, right? Except shipping 40-pound bags of kibble costs money. The bubble burst, and thousands of internet darlings vanished overnight. AI might not crash in exactly the same way, but the lesson holds. Hype and headlines don't guarantee long-term profits. For investors, the smart play isn't betting everything on the flashy names. Yes, the Nvidias and Microsofts of the world may keep growing, but the broader ecosystem, the cloud providers, the cybersecurity firms, the data storage companies, will also benefit. Think of AI like the California gold rush. Everyone dreamed of finding nuggets in the river, but the folks who sold shovels and jeans, Levi Strauss for example, are the ones who built empires. Now let's move to green energy and electric vehicles. Everyone knows Tesla, but the EV race is more than just Elon Musk's playground. China's BYD is now one of the largest EV producers in the world. Rivian and Lucid are trying to carve out space in the US market. But as with AI, the headlines can be distracting. The bigger opportunity might be the infrastructure that makes EVs possible. Think batteries, lithium, cobalt, nickel. Think copper wiring for new power grids. Think charging stations on every highway. Building that ecosystem will take decades and trillions of dollars. Betting on a single EV startup is risky. They may flame out like DeLorean in the 1980s. But investing in the companies mining the lithium, producing the batteries, or modernizing the electric grid, that's like selling shovels in the gold rush all over again. Less glamorous, more stable, and still profitable. There's also the policy angle. Governments from the US to Europe to China are throwing subsidies and mandates behind renewable energy. Solar and wind companies are positioned to benefit, but again, look at the supply chains. The polysilicon, rare earth minerals, and logistics behind renewable projects may prove steadier investments than the companies promising to be the next Tesla. Finally, let's talk biotech and health tech. This is the trend that could change not just markets, but human life itself. Imagine companies editing genes to cure inherited diseases, using AI to design new drugs in weeks instead of years, or creating personalized medicine that tailors treatments to your DNA. The financial stakes are massive. If a company creates a treatment that makes cancer manageable instead of fatal, that's trillions of dollars in value created overnight. But biotech is also a graveyard of failed dreams. Clinical trials are brutal. A single failed phase 3 trial can sink a company that was worth billions yesterday. Regulations add more uncertainty. The FDA doesn't care how cool your pitch deck looks. If the data isn't there, approval is denied. That's why biotech stocks swing like roller coasters. For investors, broad exposure is safer than betting on one moonshot. Biotech ETFs, or funds that spread investments across dozens of companies, help smooth the volatility. You may not get the jackpot from a single miracle cure, but you won't get wiped out by a single failed trial either. And here's a fun comparison. Biotech investing is a lot like dating. There are dazzling prospects, heartbreaks, and a lot of "it's not you, it's me" from regulators. The key is not to get too attached to one name too soon. So what do these three trends, AI, green energy, biotech, teach us? They show that technology drives the future, but investing in technology requires discipline. The shiny objects, Tesla, ChatGPT, miracle drug startups, make headlines. The infrastructure, the miners, the suppliers, the boring companies in the background often make the money. The smart strategy is not to chase hype blindly. Diversify across industries, use ETFs or funds to spread risk. Balance moonshots with stable anchors in your portfolio. It's exciting to dream about catching the next trillion-dollar winner, but steady growth beats flashy losses every time. At the end of the day, investing in tech is like surfing. Catch the right wave and you glide into shore feeling unstoppable. Catch the wrong one and you're spitting out seawater, wondering where your board went. The trick is not to paddle for every wave you see, just the ones with the right shape, the right momentum, and the right balance for your skills. So which of these trends do you think will make millionaires and which will make memes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy laughing while learning, hit that like button and subscribe for more investing insights that won't put you to sleep.